2nd, we will all have officially 100 days left in all of our positions. So, thought I'd point that out. Monday was Dr. Postal's first day as interim president, and he essentially kind of got baptized by fire, being thrown in with all of the administrative executive orders that happened over the weekend. So, Dr. Postal transitioned into it well so far. He will be meeting with SGA exec in the coming weeks once we're able to get our schedules lined out. Also coming up in the next few weeks will be the rally. A lot of students have approached me about the rally. I just want to go ahead and give a caveat that the rally is not just a UofL event. This is a rally from all of higher education, from all of the state schools. So encourage people to go, be there. There's a link up. We're working on transportation. SAB and USG is hard at work on getting some buses for students. I'll talk a little bit about our advocacy agenda in this too. The rally is from 1 to 3, February 13th. And some of the issues that we'll be talking about in the rally will be specifically for higher education funding, going into what will be a special session on tax reform. So granted that it isn't a budget year, this is kind of a good time to still talk about making higher education a priority, and Powerball Promise, and then a couple of other issues. I posted in Blackboard a list of bills that we're watching as UofL SGA, that we're going to have our student lobbyists and Cards in Action working on. Since they're still in recess and haven't come back in, we haven't seen any new amendments to any of the legislation yet. But House Bill 106 is the bathroom bill. Speaker Hoover today said he's going to do everything in his power to kill it, so we may not be worried about that anyway. House Bill 118 is about early voting, which is really a good thing for college students because it allows them to vote. I mean, more opportunity and more times if they're away at school. House Bill 126 is student rights, and just kind of a brief synopsis, that's a bill that allows students to bring lawyers to disciplinary hearings. I've spoken with Dean Martis. They have informed the lobbyists, our lobbyists and our advocacy team for the institution that they're not for it because it would make conduct hearings litigious, and it would essentially kind of create a chilling effect. So, House Bill 127 is freedom of student speech. Kind of a misnomer. What that bill will really do is lower time, place, and manner restrictions for non-students, while writing in the bill that student speech can't be censored regardless. It's essentially doesn't affect you at all for students, but again, this is another bill that we're not necessarily in favor of. Senate Bill 107 can be a bill that might allow for concealed carry on college campuses. It's currently a broader firearms bill. The expectation is that there will be a separate bill filed that will be concerning concealed carry on college campuses, and if it does get filed, that might be something we need to talk about. Senate Bill 12 is the UofL governance bill. Senate Bill 17 is suppression in schools, and it's got only a small little brief section about higher education, and then Senate Bill 107 is about board appointments, which is the concurrent legislation with Senate Bill 12 that will kind of round everything out with the UofL board issue, and it's supposed to tie up all the loose ends. Like I said, amendments are being floated on that bill, but we haven't had the chance to see them because they haven't gone public. But like I said, it's be happy right now, thinking that everything's going in the right direction. So if you have students that are still reaching out that are concerned about everything with SACs, we're in a much better place than we had been, and there's been lots of conversations on the part between SACs, Senate leadership, leaderships across the institutions in the state about getting to a point where everyone's going to be happy and amenable. So look at those bills. If you have any questions about them, let me know. Check out lrc.ky.gov for the full text of the bills. And then in TFTF, we've been working on fee reviews. I've reached out to the councils that have been affected with fees. So it should be good, you know, to get the fees that your council might be putting up. Let me know. And then I'm going to let Jake say a few words about how the election processes are going to work with the new URL and how the ballot will kind of look. So.
Yeah, so thank you all for participating in the mock election we had. We are going to go forward with that system for the general election. So all this information is also both on our website, if you go on UofLSGA.org, all the way to the right, under elections, all this information is there, and then also on louisville.edu/students/elections. And so basically how this will work report is on day one of the election. Just like the mock election you all had, every student at UofL is going to get an email with a link in it. And if they click on that link, it will take them directly to their ballot. And then they'll also get a reminder email on the last day of the election with that same link to the ballot. So we're hoping that it'll be very easy for everyone at UofL to vote. And it'll also be just like your course evaluations. When they log into Blackboard, under the surveys tab, they'll also be able to access it there. And then also from that UofL.edu website that's on the Dean of Students page. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to any of us on top 4 if you have some questions about it, or Sarah, of course.
Yeah, like you're making yard signs, you know how they used to always have to say, like, go to ULink, Student Services tab, Ballots tab. That's not the case anymore. So we're hoping this makes it a lot easier for students to vote.
Alright, Amanda, pretend like I am. I'm going to read her report. She can't be here tonight, and she'll explain why. Hey everyone, sorry to not be here in person. My ISLP trip has mandatory orientations until 8 on Tuesday evenings this month, and I haven't been able to convince them to let me out early yet. I'll be here around 8:10 though, so if you have any questions, feel free to hold them until then. First, we have all seen the President's executive order and the reactions that has ensued. Aaron has probably already mentioned this also. Our interim President Postal and Provost Billingsley sent out an email meant to address the issue and comfort concerned members of the community. Like the email notes, please direct your fellow students to both the International Center and Counseling Center, who is now accepting walk-in appointments. My assistant Matthew and I will be working on crafting an initiative that is student-to-student based this Friday. Please let me know if you have any thoughts or ideas. Next, thanks for participating in Unity Week, the I Belong piece in the Campus Diversity Series. Detailed for a You Belong piece that I am planning with a committee of faculty, staff, and administrators will be coming soon. I have been working on outreach to MSOs for the elections. An email was distributed to all members of the Cultural Center, and I am continuing to seek out meetings to speak to before packets are due. Let me know if you know of a group that would like to hear from SGA personally. Last things, there will be a students' party deck at the b-ball game on the 11th, which is also the Raise Red game. I'll send out details as I have them from athletics. Also, I have a meeting with athletics on Thursday. If you have any topics or concerns for me to discuss, just let me know. So, we can pass it on to Amanda, but Amanda's going to be here in a little bit. So, can I give her? I'm just going to give my report while I'm up here. Cool. Okay, cool. So, yesterday was the grand opening of the campus bookstore, even though it's been open for like 2 weeks. Still really excited about it. Gave a little speech. If you missed it, you missed out. And all week you can get 20% off of an item until I think February 2nd or 3rd. So definitely check that out. It's going to be awesome. Tomorrow I have a meeting with ULPD and public safety. I'm going to get to the bottom of the blue lights for sure, just to get some final clarification. I've been told some things here and there, but I definitely want to just know what's happening with them and what's going on. So I'll definitely get that in writing in person. As far as dining, Panda Express is finally open on Monday, woohoo, this coming Monday. And then Twisted Taco will be open on the 13th. And then Subway in Davidson will be open at the end of the month. So definitely check that out. It's going to be awesome. And then someone from Aramark sent me a Bill Grill dining calendar that I'm going to, I already distributed it all over Blackboard. It's on the Blackboard shelf if you want to check it out. But they have some really awesome events, and I would love to get a big group to go out to Fat Tuesday, because we have this deal that if we bring out a huge group to Fat Tuesday at Bill Grill, we will get a huge king cake here at SGA meeting. So I will try and rally the troops and we can all go. So it'll be great. And yeah, so definitely check that out on Blackboard. And then I have one little update with housing. I didn't mention it 2 weeks ago, but UofL Housing has a master lease now with Cardinal Town in Viewpoint. If you didn't already know that, that is now a final decision on that. So they will be manning those 2 properties. They'll be operating a little bit differently, but much the same as you would know. So I attached a question and answer sheet for all kinds of questions that you would have, because I know a lot of people would probably have a lot of questions and ask me different things, but just to keep this meeting as efficient as possible, I posted that on the Blackboard shell underneath your meeting. So if you just have any questions, I would go to that, and that should answer your questions. That's all I've got.
Hi guys, how's everybody doing? Alright, let's get excited. collection actually has more usage than all of the chargers and your pods and phone chargers and all of that good stuff, which is very interesting. So we're going to work with them, see how we want to use the DVD collection money, but just thought I would let you guys know. I think that's kind of weird, but an update. And then a few other things, make sure that you guys have filled out the advising survey. We're really trying to get like a lot of interest, and so we have like, a lot of voices to take when we meet with the advising director on Friday. So the more the better. And I know I keep saying this, but Cardinal Core is officially the final proposal has been sent. It's been like the 5th final, but this one is the final one. So make sure you look over it if you're interested in that. Again, not very many changes, but good changes as far as making sure that it changes how teachers kind of teach the classes and students look at general education and curriculum. And then Student of the Month applications are kind of down. So this month we actually had 2 people apply. So those people have a 50% chance of getting selected. So please try to encourage people on your councils to apply. It is open to graduate school and professional school students as well. And HSC you can also benefit because there are red parking passes on HSC's campus. Not really sure of the location or how beneficial it is, but they are able to be used there. So make sure you guys tell your constituents to apply. It's a great program, good recognition, and a $40 gift basket from the bookstore is a nice perk as well. And then my academic policy board, I sent you guys a pretty lengthy email the other day, I guess a couple days ago. If you guys wouldn't mind to look at that and kind of get your responses back to me soon. There's just a few things that I'd like to get some input on that need more than just me and my assistant Raymond to look into. Any questions? Yes?
Quick, on that Student of the Month, isn't there a award for parking as well?
Yes, yes. So it's a red parking pass by the Red Barn.
For how much?
For what?
A month?
For the month, yes. So you get it, I think we are doing like February 6th now, so it's like the 6th day, and you have to return it like the 1st day. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll move on to reports of councils, arts and sciences.
Well, we've met as a council already this month, which is great. We're planning out the rest of our semester, and it seems exciting so far. We have an event tomorrow, just like a very general, it's called Coffee with the Council. So if you know any arts and sciences constituents, just send them to 112 tomorrow, 11 to 1, and tell them there's free coffee. Do not tell them it's instant coffee. That's all.
Education.
We're kind of along the same lines of just like getting our events in line for the next semester, but we don't actually have any upcoming before we would do this next one. So that's all.
For Speed School, our E-Expo, Engineering Expo is coming up first Saturday in March. And if you know any K through 12 students that are interested in engineering, send them that way and they can find out all about Speed School and engineering in general. If you have any specific questions, you can ask Erin, who's planning it this year, and Meredith, that was her event last year, so I'm sure she can answer any questions you have as well. And social work.
6 days. Penn School, we haven't had our full council meeting until next Tuesday, so it'll be a more lengthy report at the next legislative meeting. We did have a successful council of social work education representative came to our campus last week. We had 17 students attend. It was very well received. Got a really good report card from the dean on that meeting. That's it. Go Pats.
School of medicine.
Good evening, everyone. Medical school student council has been extremely busy, so I just want to make sure that I give everybody credit for everything that they've been doing, so please bear with me. For our social committee, they just had an extremely successful bowling night on January 21st. We had over 100 students and families who came out for that. We're also working with the HSC schools on the masquerade, which will be on February 10th. And so we're really excited to join forces with that. And our clinical vice president, Colin Marshall, is already planning our production, which is going to be at the beginning of April. Our wellness committee, we sold out with 76 students for Uptown Arts' second wine and paint night for this Thursday. So we're really excited for everyone coming to that. And our wellness committee is also working to create a wellness week starting from February 20th to 21st, and they've already put out a couple of events for that, so people are already registering. We're really excited about that. Additionally, Hadley's also going to be teaming up with Colin to create a night out for all medical students at the Improv Comedy Show So we're looking forward to that in April. For our operations committee, we're working on standardizing the transition for all of our RSOs. Tomorrow we have all of our first-year students. We have over 50 first-year students registered, and the current RSO presidents and vice presidents coming tomorrow for an interest session, and we're standardizing their transitions from beginning of the end of February to the beginning of March. Our service committee is working with our preclinical vice president Matthew Smith and also our service chair for our head shaving event for Raise Red, which is going to be this Friday. And they're all, Alex is also organizing the supplies overseas for February 11th. Additionally, Madison, our senator at large, is working on our Fitz Butler Award lunch, which will also be in March or early April. So thank you all for your attention, and we look forward to working with you.
Public health.
So we had welcome back lunch at both the School of Public Health for our grad students and at the undergrad campus, or at the Belmont campus for our undergrads. Went really well. And we're also planning our dean's lunches, so that's just a chance for our students to come out and engage in meaningful dialogue with our dean team locally. And we're going to have one at the Health Science campus, one here, so we're very excited about that. And then we're also looking forward to working with other HSC schools on that's great.
Boards and standing committee reports. Any board, are we getting anything?
Never bored.
All right, SAB.
Alright, hi guys, my name's Diana. Ben is not able to come to SGA meetings this semester, so I will be taking his place. I'm the Director of Programming for Student Activities Board, for those of you guys who don't know me. So I'm going to read through our report, which is kind of lengthy because we've had some really successful events this past month. Our first event that we kicked off with was Cardinal Family Fun Day, which was basically a family-friendly event for professors, administrators of UofL. We had over 150 people there, including children and their professors, so that was really fun. We showed Monsters, Inc., and we had like inflatables and all that cool stuff. Our next one that we had was our SAB and ELSB Soup and Sign, so it was more of a recruitment event to kind of get students back on their feet to get involved with SAB and ELSB. We had over 250 signups, and we had Panera soup there. All the broccoli cheddar was gone, obviously. Our next event that we had was the International Fashion Show, which was actually just this past Friday. Thank you to everyone that came. We sold out, so that is our third sellout over the past 3 years, and it was very moving, very intentional. So if you see Destiny, who is our diversity chair, in the field. They did a really awesome job at planning that. It was super stressful, but they got through it, and the show was absolutely beautiful. Pictures are available on UofL SAB's Facebook site. If you guys did go and you want to check out your pictures, they're finally there because I uploaded them. Moving on from our past events into events that we're going to have. This Thursday, if any of you guys are commuters and you park at the Papa John's Cardinal Stadium, we're going to have free breakfast for you all. It's called Cardinal Commute. So we'll be there from 7:30 to 9:30 with free Nords and coffee. We are planning one for the HSC campus. Please keep an eye out for that, and we'll be in the dental school area, kind of in that patio area. So we didn't forget about you guys, and we're going to start doing HSC Cardinal Commutes every month once we get it kicked off in February. But check that out if you guys do commute, and you can we'll be under like the bus area, so it'll be kind of warm. This weekend, from our film committee, they are showing Moana Thursday, Friday, and Saturday in the Floyd Theater in the SAC. So if you haven't checked it out, it's $1.50 per movie. They have like really awesome movies every week, but we probably get like 10 to 15 people every time. So please check that out. Take advantage of the things that you guys are paying for. Tell your friends to do so too. And our show times are 5 and 8 p.m. on Thursday and Friday, and on Saturday it's 2 and 5 p.m. So $1.50. If you haven't seen Moana, I haven't, I'll be there. Our next event, Aaron Vance touched on, will be helping with the higher ed rally. So ELSB and SAB have paired up with Voices in Action to have an informational rally before we go off to Frankfurt. We'll be providing 2 school buses, and we'll hopefully fill up those buses with students who are not part of Cards in Action in order to go to Frankfurt. So we're getting that started. We'll have lunch for them as well on the way to Frankfurt. And then our next event, I know this is a lot, sorry. If you don't have a Valentine, we have a Valentine's Day event on February 14th. We'll be tabling in the SAC. Our Spirit and Traditions Committee is hosting a UofL event. So you can make Valentine's Day cards, send them to your friends, send them to yourself. I feel you. We'll have cupcakes, candy, and free Valentine's Day cards. And then our last one, we're helping out with Raise Red. We'll be hosting the community hour, which is the Saturday of Raise Red. We'll be having breakfast and then a red carpet out for the kids. Hopefully trying to get Lamar Jackson to come out with the kids, but we don't know because athletics is always very, very flippy. So that's all I have, and I'll be here at the next set of meetings. Thank you.
ULSB.
Coming up this weekend, this may interest a lot of you, hopefully. ULSB is hosting our annual Engage Kentucky Symposium about social change. We're bringing in speakers, food, local leaders, national leaders, to talk about how you can impact your community. It will be going on from 9:30 in the morning. Speakers start around 10, about 3 p.m. It's free. It's in the SAC. You can register at tinyurl.com/EKS2017. You can find out more on the website. The only other real announcement now is applications are open for ELSB director positions and top 4 positions. Our executive board applications are due at the end of February. All other positions for our different committees, including animal welfare, equality and justice, green initiatives, human prosperity, mental and physical health, and public safety, as well as our programs, the Alternative Service Grade Board, training and leadership, and civic engagement. All those positions are up now. The application closes on March 19th, so at the end of spring break. All of these positions are paid, and we do a lot of great work in the community helping out people. So I hope all of you apply.
I'm going to make a motion to approve the minutes from January 17th.
So moved.
Second, motion and second, discussion on this. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Motion passes. All right, now, oh, Sydney,
Yeah. So, I feel like this resolution is pretty self-explanatory. Speed School and Top 4 thought it was pretty important that we kind of leave Dr. Pinto knowing how important he was and how appreciative we are of all that he's done and all the positions that he has taken on at this university. And we thought it was important that also it came from Speed School just because he was our dean and we know him very well, and we are also very thankful for all he has done for Speed School and gotten us to where we are as well.
Sure. In the ceremonial nature of these things, you usually read the resolutions out as they are. And I would hope that tonight maybe there'll be an entertainment to spin the order of the day and vote to get it to its final passage tonight when we get there. Can I read it out loud first time? Sure. Just to read it, a resolution thanking Dr. Nettle Pinto for his service to the University of Louisville, sponsored by Sidney Lucas. Whereas Nettle Pinto, PhD, served the university with distinction as Dean of the JV Speed School of Engineering from 2011-2015, interim Executive Vice President and University Provost from May of 2015 to July 2016, and Acting President from July 2016 to February 2017. Whereas in his capacity as the Dean of JV Speed School of Engineering, he oversaw significant expansion and enrollment, spearheaded the development of the Belknap Engineering and Applied Sciences Research Department, developed the establishment of the University of Louisville First Build Microfactory, and dedicated himself to student needs and concerns. Whereas in his capacity as interim executive vice president and university provost, he acted as the chief academic officer for the university, finalized the 21st century university plan, and generated initiatives to strengthen the educational excellence, student success and access, and research and community engagement. Whereas in his capacity as acting president, he continuously prioritizes students and involved the Student Government Association in all major administrative discussions to incorporate the student perspective. Whereas he has given his full and loyal support to the university in times of change and uncertainty, thereby earning the sincere respect and admiration of the entire university community. Whereas he has accepted the position of President of the University of Cincinnati and will be departing the University of Louisville, where he will continue to champion the student perspective and he will fully devote himself to the service of their institution. Now therefore be resolved that on behalf of the student body of the University of Louisville, the Student Government Association of the University of Louisville does hereby express its genuine appreciation and profound gratitude to Neville Pinto for his unwavering support of students during his leadership at the University of Louisville from 2011 to 2017. And be it further resolved that a copy of this resolution, appropriately signed, be presented to Dr. Pinto.
Motion to waive first reading of this resolution and expedite the second reading.
Second.
Excuse me, motion second on waiving the second reading on this, move to a vote tonight. And this is a 2/3 vote, because we did suspend rules. We'll do a count on that, so any discussion on this? We have a second on it? Yes. Discussion on this? And all in favor? Aye. Opposed, nay. Abstentions? All right, motion passes. Now we will move to, or I'll entertain a motion that we move to vote on this.
Second.
Motion second to vote on this resolution. Discussion on this? All right, raise your hand for aye. Pass it. No. Right. Opposed? Abstentions? All right, motion passes. Yes. Two means clap. All right, so we've got another resolution here. Would somebody like to discuss this? It's a proposed resolution. Landon?
Okay, so I first want to commend Cindy Lucas and everybody at the Speed School for putting that together, and I'm glad that we, student government, are able to put forward a resolution, positive one, and thank Dr. Pinto for all the service to the university. He surely saw us through some pretty rough times. Nevertheless, moving on, this is a resolution authored by me, Paul Thompson from Business, Alina Sperry from Interdisciplinary Graduate Studies, with the sponsors Benjamin Coffin from Law and Rachel Royce from Arts and Sciences. This resolution for the preservation of Student Government Association, democratic electoral integrity at the University of Louisville. And to spare you reading the whole thing, it should be up on Blackboard. Basically, this is to not necessarily prohibit. It is a resolution. The very nature of a resolution is just to make a declaration. To discourage and denounce any kind of outside meaning, outside of UofL, campaign contributions in the upcoming SGA elections.
All right. Get a motion to send this to a committee. Moved, and we get a second.
One more information, which committee?
Motion to send this to the board, anybody?
Second.
All right. Motion second to send this to the e-board. We have a second, yeah. All in favor? Opposed? Abstentions? All right, that moves us down to Landon again. Would you like to discuss the capital planning request?
Motion to amend the order of the day for new business to include a first reading of a resolution providing the evaluation of successor and course practices of inclusion and diversity at the University of Louisville.
All right, is there a second on that? Motion second to amend the order of the day for that resolution. Discussion?
Love to. It's also, I think, up on Blackboard. It's a resolution providing the evaluation of professor and course practices of inclusion and diversity at the University of Louisville. And I have hard copies for everyone as well.
All right. Discussion, all in favor of amending the order of the day? All sorry, Keith.
Motion to amend the orders of the day to have the first reading of the resolution to be done at campus and to be in compliance with draft. Second.
Motion second to amend the order of the day to include a resolution for ADA compliance for University of Louisville. Discussion, or can I get it? Can I get a motion second? Can I get discussion on this? All in favor? This is to add it to the order. Opposed? Abstained? One abstention. Motion passed. We'll add that right after that. Landon, travel report.
Okay, so as a quick addendum here, to the councils, which is, you probably all know by now, thank you for submitting your remainder requests. Unfortunately, due to a deluge of applications for travel requests, we weren't able to get to them. They'll be tabled to our next meeting on 14th at Health Sciences Campus. So stay tuned for details on that one. And so regarding travel requests, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 that were approved out of committee. If anybody would like to hear the RSOs in the house, just let me know.
For the sake of the minutes, may I have a total amount dispersed?
Oh, sure, if you give me just a second.
Here, I got it. There she got it. It's like 6,500 something. 6,590.
Okay, thank you.
I'm going to take a motion to accept these 7 for the total of $6,590. Second?
Second.
Motion second to approve all of these. Discussion on this? All right, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Motion passes. All right.
All right, and so we also had one special projects request. And that was for $500 for the American Institute of Chemical Engineers.
Entertain a motion to accept this.
Second.
Motion second. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And abstentions? Motion passes. All right, Aaron, you have some RSOs for us?
SOAB, we approved 6 RSOs, Golf Club, Asian Pacific America Medical Student Association, Women Scholars of Color, ACES Advocacy Group, Louisville Addiction Society, and the National Student Speech Language Hearing Association.
Could you say what the advocacy group is, not the advocacy?
The ACES is, give me a second. Adverse Childhood Experiences Study Advocacy Group.
All right, these have been reviewed and approved by the SOAB and Julie Limbo.
Motion to approve the RSOs.
Thank you.
Second.
Motion second on this discussion. I thought you were having.
No, I was just gonna motion and
Yeah, throw it up there.
Way to beat me to it.
All right. Any discussion on these? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Abstained? Motion passes. All right, we've got 2 more. What is the first one here? Could you say the name again so you can get it?
I can give you a hard copy.
Perfect, thank you.
need one. Yeah. What is that? The resolution for what?
It's a resolution about diversity and inclusion.
As long as they have it over there.
They got
I don't need one, no.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah, get it done at the same time.
All right, we'll go ahead and start this back up, discuss inclusion and diversity.
So, what exactly am I saying? Oh, yeah. Okay, well, basically, I have heard a lot of things from some of my friends / constituents about some things that have happened in their courses where people have felt excluded or kind of targeted because of their race or gender or sexual orientation, really a few different things, and then that made me look into different things, and we don't have any question or anything on any evaluation Anyone?
Yep.
I'll go for it. I'll read really fast. Whereas according to the Kentucky Council on Post-Secondary Education, the University of Louisville, hereafter referred to as the university, adheres to the Kentucky Public Post-Secondary Education Policy for Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, and works to develop and follow a plan to embrace diversity and equity within constitutional and legal parameters, commit to improving academic achievement for all students, create an inclusive campus environment, and produce culturally competent graduates for the workforce. Whereas the university and the Office of Diversity strive to foster and sustain an environment of inclusiveness that empowers students to achieve their highest potential without fear, prejudice, or bias, and are dedicated to establishing respect for the spectrum of human diversity in order to achieve a nurturing and challenge intellectual climate for a statement on diversity in the university community. Whereas the present means of study information and experiences of students in regards to the degree in which professors and courses generate an all-inclusive environment which benefits cognitive growth and the educational development of each and every individual is absent from university sanctioned assessments and ratings. Now therefore be it resolved, the student body of the university strongly encourages the alteration of all mandated professor and course evaluations administered by the university at the close of each term, as to include in addition of a component regarding the evaluation of both professors and courses on practices of inclusion and ability to facilitate diversity of thought, experience, identity, and perspective.
So, correct? So this is the first reading of this. We'll now need to send it back to the committee. It came from e-board. We can send it back there. Just waiting on a motion.
A motion to send this back to e-board.
Point of information. If this came out of e-board, we have the ability to approve this tonight, correct?
I don't.
Use that first reading.
Okay.
Can we get a second on that?
Second.
Motion second to send this to e-board.
Wait, can we send it to my committee, because I do like your side.
Yeah.
It's active policy.
Okay, since we have this, and we just go no if you'd like to do that, and yes if you'd like to bring this into e-board. We'll go ahead and just shoot it down. All in favor?
To e-board?
Favor to e-board, or if you are opposed to this, we can make a new motion and send it there. Or you can amend this probably quicker and later, just so we shoot it down.
I amend the current motion to send the bill to the academic policy.
All right, we've got a motion. Motion second to amend. All in favor of amending it to this?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Passes. Now, all in favor of sending this to that committee? Aye.
We didn't have a discussion on it though, right?
Oh, sorry.
Okay, can I just like suggest that they maybe cite their quotes? Because I'm trying to figure out where the quotes are from.
They're from the Statement of Diversity in University.
Okay, there you go. Thank you.
Any further discussion? All in favor, send it to the committee? Opposed? Abstentions? Motion passes. All right.
Good evening. As with Arts and Sciences President, I've been approached by several of my constituents in high school. One who's completely legally blind, one who is about 75% considered almost blind. So it brought us to the resolution to bring Belmont campus into immediate compliance with Braille. Whereas University of Louisville is committed to equal opportunity and challenge for all academically qualified students, and does not discriminate on the basis of disability, accommodations, or barriers to employ students with disabilities to take full advantage of the university's educational, social, and cultural opportunities. Whereas Braille, a tactile code system consisting of raised dots organized in cells used by persons who are blind or vision impaired for reading and writing. Each Braille cell consists of up to 6 dots, which are arranged in different patterns to represent letters, numbers, symbols, and words. Whereas many buildings in the Belknap campus of the University of Louisville do not meet the requirements of ABS standards. More specifically, these buildings do not have Braille on the doors of the classrooms to aid the normal functioning of students with visual disabilities. Whereas students with certain disabilities such as visual impairments, motor impairments, etc., do not have the same access to these buildings that other students have, leaving these students at risk of not only injury or embarrassment, and these buildings are not
question, could we move this to like the safety committee?
I was about to say, this, if passed, will go to the services committee.
Services,
And we
okay.
meet tomorrow, so we'll go over this.
Well, entertain a motion to send this to that committee. What did you have?
Just the language of the resolve part, can we say shall make?
That's what I was wondering, because we can't necessarily.
Could you say it is recommended that all buildings are
I mean, that could be
into
communicated,
code?
right?
That's true.
Because all resolutions should be written and that it is our opinion. It's not that we're going to do this, we can't do this. Recommendations are- Right? Yeah.
I move this to the services committee.
Motion second, move to services committee, discussion. All in favor, aye. Opposed, nay. Abstentions? None abstaining, motion passed. All right, I think that's all our new business, move on to announcements. Yes.
I didn't mention this in my report, but our SAC committee for SGA met yesterday with Tim Moore, and he showed us furniture options, and it was great, so we're definitely moving along, and it looks awesome. And then our safety committee met tonight for a little bit, and that was good to just hear some feedback. And then tomorrow, obviously, our services committee is gonna meet, so we're gonna talk about all things services.
Race Red Dance Marathon is 25 days away, and the registration fee goes up $5 tonight at midnight. So if you know people who would like to participate, you can just tell them that. It goes up to $30 from 25, and try and get them to register ASAP with the stand for $100 before the end.
I have a question. Are we gonna swipe in or did Lynn
Yes,
or
so I'll go ahead and make that announcement again. We're going to swipe in as we leave, so please see Landon for that. And while I'm talking, the meeting will be held at the Health Science Campus next week, and a room to be announced. So look for that, and don't forget that.
Not next week, the next week. So there is a
Sorry, the
meeting
next
around
meeting in
Jackson.
2 weeks. Yes.
Real quick, I forgot to mention this as well, but top 3 applications are open for SAT. That's programming, which is my position, finance, and marketing. So if you have great programming and event planning experience, please apply for my position. It's super fun. You get a lot of experience. Finance, if you're in the College of Business or if you just like financial things. Marketing, we need someone who's really good at graphic design. All of this is paid for. You get free tuition, remission, and maybe a little bit more depending on how the budget is this year. But please apply for our positions. The applications are due February 24th. Any questions, just ask me.